We have got a brand new modelling event for 2024. It's taking place on April the 27th and 28th at the NEC in Birmingham, and it's called Model World Live. So what you're going to get when you get there is you get a lineup of more than 35 top quality model railway layouts, very much like we do at the Great Electric Train Show, all hand-picked by us to make sure we're getting the best quality layouts we can get from across the country. We've got more than 35 scale modelling displays as well. Again, similar kind of mindset with that. We're trying to find people who've got the best scale modelling displays possible to bring together for this show. We've got over 70 trade stands. We've got full-size exhibits. We've got demonstrations, we've got make and take, and we've even got a bit of radio controlled as well, which actually I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. Talk us through some of the highlights of the model railway side.
Right, so model railway side, well, there's an undoubted centrepiece of what we're doing. So we've had a long association with Pete Waterman now with the making tracks layouts over the last 3 years through what he's done at Chester Cathedral. He brought the finished 64-foot layout to the Great Electric Train Show each year, and then we went a bit crazy last year and hatched a plan to join all three together. So that gave us a 152-foot long single model of the West Coast Main Line. It was unbelievable. But they're going for a new record size for their layout. So they're going 208 foot long and 14 foot wide. Yep. But they're actually going right round the end as well. So it's going to add over 100 foot of new scenery to the layout. So you'll now have a model railway which models the West Coast Main Line from Hillmorton Junction right through to Carpenter's Park Bridge after Bushy. It's going to have 3 stations. It's going to have tunnels. It's going to have viaducts. It's just going to be absolutely insane.
I mean, it's a phenomenal undertaking when you stop and think about the very fact that the scenic frontage is effectively 5 times what we've got here.
And the rest.
And the rest.
Yeah.
And they're building that all in just 6 months.
In 6 months, yes. Exactly.
And we know how long a layout like this will normally take you to put together. So it's phenomenal.
It is absolutely phenomenal. We can't underestimate how much effort's going into this layout that Pete and the team are creating. I love all the enthusiasm they have for this as well, and the way they go about things as well. They find ways to use the latest technology. They draw on each other's skill sets to make things happen more quickly than ever you could in a normal model railway building environment. Laser cutting and 3D printing is a massive part of what they do. But equally, they've been building all the laser cut platforms. They've been building all the laser cut viaduct section as well, which is a bespoke viaduct section for Bushy Viaduct. They're doing all the scenery, they're doing all the landscaping around it, they're putting all the electronics in. There's so many things all happening at once. And even more interesting when you actually go in the workshop there as well, which you can see more of on other videos, is actually they've got pretty much all of the new 100 foot of scenery assembled inside their workshop, but it's all in different pieces. So it's like the giant jigsaw that doesn't fit together.
It's just a really big jigsaw, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're going to put it all together in one day at the show to make it ready for Saturday, April 27th at opening time.
Well, I can remember what it was like at the Great Electric Train Show. It wasn't until we were in the show and that whole expanse just started to appear. Yeah. And it was a truly breathtaking moment. I'm just imagining what that's going to feel like when we're at the NEC in a few weeks' time.
In an even bigger hall.
In an even bigger hall with an even bigger layout, which is just going to be amazing.
That's right, but that is just one of the layouts that's coming.
Of course, yeah.
So we have got some absolute standout exhibits coming. And another one we have to mention, absolutely have to mention, is Ian and Callum McCready's Blair Athol. So this is a fabulous Highland Main Line Scottish region layout. Actually featured in issue 203 of Hobbies magazine, which is coming out at the beginning of April. We've got a full feature in there all about Blair Athol. This layout has been on the exhibition circuit for 35 years, and would you believe it has never been seen outside Scotland?
That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, I've seen it a few times, and I love this particular layout because it's of interest to me, being spot on with the Highland Scottish theme. You know, I can remember seeing it at Model Rail Scotland at several exhibitions through the years, and it's one of those layouts that you can just stand there and observe and observe and observe and observe and observe. Because
there's so much away from the railway as well, isn't there?
There is.
Just the trains.
I mean, the buildings alone, certainly in the very central town section, are just a joy to behold. Yeah. You know, and there's lots of little dioramas and cameo scenes and things like that. There's even, I think there's BBC film crew unit and all sorts going on.
Yeah, so much happening apart from trains there, which is another really positive thing about this and it coming to Model World Live. Yes. Again, being about more than just model railways. We're trying to find exhibits that actually give a little bit of crossover as well, a bit more interest away from the railway. And another one we've got as well, which is a real standout, is we've got the Hillingdon Railway Modellers Grindley Brook, which came to the Great Electric Train Show in 2019, I think it was. another fabulous exhibition layout in O-Gauge. We've got another superb O-Gauge layout, which is Steve Thompson's Alibi, which made its exhibition debut at the Great Electric Train Show in 2022. It's now coming to Model World Live as well. Everything's moved on for them as well. They've made a lot more progress with the layout, loads of new stock as well.
Yes.
I've seen them been busy working on new stock for the layout as well. I saw some Cartix in O-Gauge being built by them the other day.
Nice. Yeah.
So that'll be fantastic.
And that was in one of the issues, just a few issues back, wasn't
That's
it?
right, issue 200 that was in, yeah.
That's right,
yeah. So we've got the full feature there. If you want to know more about Alibi as well, you can go on to Key Model World, type in Alibi into the search, and you'll find a video about that layout as well as part of our feature on Key Model World.
So, just some of the highlights there of the model railway side of things, but talk us through some of the scale modelling highlights.
So the scale modelling displays, we've got over 35 of those coming to the show. We've got a mixture of plastic modelling groups, so clubs, from all across the country. So they're travelling from Ipswich and Bolton and London and all around the place. We've also got a load of special interest groups as well. So the special interest groups have literally a special interest in a set area. So for example, we've got a display which is entirely Harrier jump jets. We've got another display which is entirely F-14 Tomcats.
Wow.
We've got one that's about the Great War. We've got another one that's a what if special interest group. All these different things are coming together and showcasing different types of modelling. So you'll be able to see everything from your classic Spitfire right through to modern aviation jets. You'll be able to see maritime displays, you'll be able to see military vehicles, you'll be able to see sci-fi models, you see automotive stuff as well, a huge array of different types of subjects being displayed.
Yeah.
And we've also got some demonstrations with that as well. So a couple of clubs are bringing demonstrations as part of their stand as well, so you can go and learn from individuals who've got lots of practice in building these things. You can learn more about actually making plastic models. We've got loads of people offering plastic model kits as well and accessories all around the show, including a couple of manufacturers, including Airfix, which is a name that most people recognise in scale modelling, and a couple of smaller manufacturers, but nevertheless important to the show. So we've got people like Beacon Models as well, who are quite a new name and a British outfit as well.
You mentioned also a little earlier at the top of the video that radio control as well.
Yes, we've got a first couple of stands in radio control. Right now, the one I can talk about is a display from Tamiya Trucking, who is bringing a huge 13 metre by 7 metre display of radio control trucks,
Wow.
Which are all going to be driving around.
Yeah.
And they've also got working radio controlled excavators, and they're also bringing with them a ton of mud.
A ton of mud.
A ton of mud, yes, because they're going to use this and they're going to be loading it into the radio controlled trucks with the excavators to transport it round to a set piece, a part of the display where they're going to build a new roadway on a higher level so that by the end of the weekend they can drive vehicles across the new road.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. I can't wait for that.
Oh, that is something rather different, isn't it? So we're
it's,
going to be building a road this
yes, literally building a
weekend.
road in the show. So that's going to be a huge display. I think something that I think will be really fascinating for people as well, to see all that actually physically happening as well. So that's a really great display.
Also, there's a couple of large vehicles coming along.
Yes, we've got a selection of full-size vehicles coming to the show. Again, things I can tell you now, things you just have to wait to find out for. Yeah. So the first things we announced are two military vehicles. We've got a FV107 Scimitar, which is one of the 3D printed kits we do from the Key Model World shop. We've got one of those coming into the show from Midland Military Vehicles. It's fully restored and it's also got full bar armour on it as well, which makes it a little bit different to how our kit looks. But that's going to be a really nice exhibit to see. We've also got an FV434 coming in as well, which is one of the APV vehicles. So two really quite interesting tracked vehicles coming into the show. Plus we've also got slightly smaller but still bigger than normal model railway exhibits. We've got a pair of 7¼ inch gauge Ruston Hornsby locos.
Oh, okay.
So one's a Ruston Hornsby 48DS. And the other one is a IMP loco, which is a smaller type of Ruston Hornsby loco. They're coming in with a layout which models the Ruston Hornsby works in Lincoln.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. And then the final piece that is now available to everyone to know about, we've also got from the radio control side, House of Hobbies has organised for a full-size version of the Tamiya Bruiser radio-controlled four-wheel drive truck to come to the show as well. Something a little bit different, so you'll be able to have your pictures taken with a full-size version of the Tamiya Bruiser. It's based on a Toyota Hilux, but it looks brilliant because it's all livered up in the same style as the Tamiya Bruiser radio-controlled car as well.
Sounds like there's more than a day's worth of viewing going on.
I hope so, because I haven't finished yet.
No, so. There's an awful lot more to come, isn't there?
Yeah,
which we'll reveal more of course, in due course as we get closer.
Right,
And of course, this whole event is coming together with help from some big sponsors as well.
That's right, yeah, we've got some really big names supporting and sponsoring Model World Live. So our sponsor lineup is, we've got Accurascale, we've got Bachmann Europe and their Model Collect Create brand. We've got House of Hobbies, and we've got TMC as well. So 5 big name sponsors leading the show.
Touching on some of those there, manufacturers we've got some big names coming to the show.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and a massively important part of any modelling show for me is the chance to go and look at the brand new samples and talk about it with the staff from the different manufacturers. So we've got a big lineup of those, and it was between 10 and 15 different manufacturers you can actually see at Model World Live over the weekend. So we've got Airfix and Hornby for a start. We've got Bachmann, obviously, because I just mentioned them. We've got Accurascale. We've got Cavalix models. We've got Revolution trains. We've got Beacon models. We've got Helgen's coming as well. We've got C equals Rail. We've got Real Track. We've got all these wonderful names in model manufacturing all coming to be a part of Model World Live.
Really exciting.
Certainly
and of course, supported by loads of traders too.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That's always one of those big exciting elements where you want to go and see what's what.
Exactly right. We've got a lineup of over 70 trade stands.
Yeah.
So many that I can't sit here and list all of them, quite frankly, because we'll be here all day. But lots of big names you'll recognise from model railway shows, but also you'll see a lot of those big names that you'd perhaps traditionally associate with model railways are also bringing scale modelling as well. So you'll be able to buy plenty of plastic kits there, plenty of model railway equipment. We've got everything from the fully detailed, ready to go O-gauge, high-end model, right down to the tiniest detail you could want from your layout for a 3D printed product, for example.
And we've got tools.
Tool suppliers. Yeah, we've got tool suppliers. We've got paintbrush suppliers. We've got paint suppliers. We've got glue suppliers. Just everything is there.
And all the details can be found on the website.
That's right. Yeah, we've got a full list of all the trade accounts on there. So,
as well as the traders, the manufacturers, the standard exhibits, there's also some interactive items.
That's right, yeah. Well, that's one of the things I've felt for a little while has been missing from model railway events. And going back to the connection to the Great Electric Train shows, one of the things I wanted to be able to bring into a modelling show is actually the opportunity for people to get involved with modelling hands-on whilst they're at a show. So we've put together a lineup of interactive exhibits, some of those done by our sponsors. So the Bachmann Model Collect Create stall, they're going to have a huge display where you can get involved. So you can build and paint a wooden race car to race it on their Pine Car racetrack. And there's prizes for the fastest car and the best decorated. So I know where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
I
know where you're going to be.
Yeah, you know where I'm going to be, yeah. There's also Woodland Scenics make and take as well. So you can get involved in trying out different scenic techniques and take what you build with you. We've also got a plastic kit make and take with House of Hobbies. So they're managing that and teaching people how to build plastic kits. So you can get hands-on and start building things. And then we wanted to do a couple of things ourselves as well. So traditionally, when we've gone to a model railway exhibition, we stand behind the model railway layout and we play trains all weekend. That's not happening. Sorry, Mark.
Play trains?
What do you mean? Yeah.
What do you mean?
I've seen you, don't worry. But what we wanted to do, we wanted to hand over the controls, basically.
Of course.
So we are putting together a couple of challenges. So there's one on the TT layout to become a certified TT 120 driver on 12mm bridge, where we'll ask you to execute a perfect station stop, means you can learn the controls, how they respond on the DCC.
We'll have to have a go at that.
Yeah, let's see if we can do it. Yeah. And on Knapford, we're putting together a shunting puzzle as well. So to be able to come and have a go at a shunting puzzle where we've set a target for the number of movements and how long it could take you, and there'll be a prize at the end of each day for the fastest time with the shortest number of moves.
That's going to be exciting. Actually, those are just a bit of fun, element of fun, which you can get involved with, which is great.
Yeah, and I really like handing over the controls to people and getting involved with our layouts and things when we take them out to shows.
There's nothing more tactile than handing the controller over and saying, "Hey, have a go."
Exactly, have a go, get involved.
Yeah, and actually having a purpose. Yeah. And all doing the same thing, doing the whole shunting puzzle will actually be great fun.
That's right, exactly. And then beyond that, we've also got loads of demonstrators as well. So if you want to learn some more new modelling skills, you can go around the stands. We've got about half a dozen Hornby magazine contributors there, all doing demonstrations of their specialist subject around the show. We've got specialist demonstrators from the airbrush company for airbrushing. We've got scenic demonstrations on the House of Hobbies stand. We've got scenic demonstrations on the Model Collect Create stand. We've got scenic demonstrations with World Scenic. So there's loads of things you can learn around the show as well.
It strikes me there's just one or two things to keep you occupied for that weekend.
I think so. I hope so. Well, that's been the plan. I wanted to put together a really great show that everyone wants to get involved in, and you'll tell me whether I'm right or wrong at the end of it, but I always try and put something together that I'd want to go to myself as well.
So I think it's fair to say it's going to be a full-on weekend of excitement.
I really hope so. I mean, we've got what I think is a fantastic lineup for the show, and one of the things that's really exciting as well is just seeing how much effort everyone's putting into preparing their layouts and displays to come to the show. I've been following a lot of the modellers and the work they're doing. We've got new layouts being built, we've got new bits of layout being built, we've got new scale models being built. So many things are happening to make it just the best thing to be at.
So importantly, where, when, and how much?
Right, so Model World Live takes place on April the 27th and 28th, 2024 at the NEC in Birmingham. We're open both the Saturday and the Sunday, 9:30am entry for advanced ticket holders, 10am entry for on-the-day ticket purchasers. And advance tickets are on sale now, so you can save money by buying a ticket in advance. And you also get early entry to the show from 9:30am each day. So really good savings on both of those. Advance ticket prices, they start from £16 for adults and £10 for children. And if you're a family coming on Sunday, then kids go free on Sunday. So if you pay for an adult ticket, you can bring up to 2 children in for free with you on the Sunday to Model World Live.
And what about parking?
Right, so parking is available at the NEC site, as you would expect, a big complex like this. It is paid for parking, but what I do recommend is you look at the advanced parking offer from the NEC, which will save you £5 versus paying on the day for parking. It's all signposted off the main motorway network to get into the venue. Then once you're in the NEC complex, follow the signs from Model World Live. That will take you around to our car parks. It's about a 5 to 10 minute walk, depending on where exactly you are in the car park, to get to our Hall 12 location. Or you can catch a bus. There's a bus service running all day. And then finally, if you're a disabled visitor, then you can get parked much closer to the venue as well, which make it easier for you to get in.
And of course, the NEC is well placed in terms of public transport.
That's right, yeah. We've got Birmingham International Railway Station right alongside. That's served by Avanti, cross-country, local trains as well. If you're coming from further afield, you can change it at Birmingham New Street and then get another train down to International. Or if you fancy a plane ride, then you can come by air.
Absolutely, commute in by plane.
Absolutely, and you get to have a ride on the SkyTrain as well.
That's Friday night's entertainment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look forward to that. Okay, so where can we find out more?
Right, so full details for Model World Live are at keymodelworld.com/Model World Live, and there you will find full lists of the layouts, full list of the traders, the scale modelling displays, the interactive exhibits, the demonstrations, and all the information you need about the show, as well as the important advanced ticket option. Plus, there's also a link in there for you to get across to the advanced parking discounts for the NEC as well.
Well, look, we can't wait. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you at the end of April.